Hi, welcome to Audiobook Academy. This is a self-paced audiobook. There's no need to keep an eye on things. Just pay attention. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Book summary of Feeling Great by David D. Burns. Feeling Great, by the author of Feeling Good, The New Mood Therapy, is a book about a new and revolutionary high-speed treatment for depression and anxiety that is being developed. If you have negative emotions, they are caused by your own thoughts, not by the circumstances of your life. Negative thoughts that cause you to be upset are almost always distorted and twisted in some way. When you have the ability to alter your thoughts, you have the ability to alter your feelings. Negative emotions always reveal something positive about you. People may resist treatment because they have conflicting or even negative feelings about recovery, or because they will be required to do something they do not want to do in order to receive treatment. You think and feel in the same way. With this in mind, it is your thoughts that cause your negative emotions such as depression and anxiety, not your life circumstances, to manifest themselves. Negative thoughts that cause you to be upset are almost always distorted and twisted in some way. They're simply not correct. Depression and anxiety are two of the world's oldest psychological problems. When you have the ability to alter your thoughts, you have the ability to alter your feelings. The best part is that change can occur quickly, even when the symptoms of depression and anxiety are severe. Feeling Good is concerned with the cognitive revolution, whereas Feeling Great is concerned with the motivation revolution. In the words of Dr. Burns, Feeling Great is based on the notion that we can become stuck in depression and anxiety because we have conflicting feelings about recovery. While we may be suffering and desiring to change, there may be powerful opposing forces at work that prevent us from moving forward. Although it may seem strange, a part of you may actively fight against, or resist, the very change you wish to see. According to Dr. Burns' book Feeling Good, cognitive distortions are deceptive ways of thinking about yourself and the world that are dangerous to your well-being. Cognitive distortions are extremely common, and the following are 10 of the most common types. The following are 10 cognitive distortions. 1. When you think in terms of all or nothing, you're right. It is your way of thinking about yourself or the world that you see things in black and white, all or nothing. It is impossible to distinguish between different shades of gray. Alternatively, dichotomous thinking is used to describe this. Suppose you tell yourself I'm a complete failure after failing a test or examination. 2. Overgeneralization. Consider a negative event as a never-ending pattern of defeat, or consider a positive event as a never-ending pattern of success. Both are valid ways to think about an event. Take, for example, the time after a breakup when you label yourself unlovable. 3. Mind reading and filtering are two terms that are used to describe mental processing. It is possible to concentrate on something negative while filtering out all the positives, or to concentrate on something positive while disregarding all the negatives. In the case of a job evaluation, for example, you might receive one low rating and conclude that you are performing poorly. 4. Neglecting the positive and negative aspects of the situation. As a way of maintaining a negative or positive image of yourself or the situation, you tell yourself that certain negative or positive facts don't count. Imagine that someone compliments you and you immediately think to yourself, they're just saying that to be nice. Feelings of inferiority almost always result from mentally filtering out and discounting the positive. 5. Jumping to conclusions is a common occurrence in literature. When the facts aren't in your favor, you jump to conclusions. It is possible to get this distortion in two different ways. 5.1. It is possible to read people's thoughts. You make the assumption that you understand what other people are thinking and feeling. If you're at a party and you're feeling nervous, you might believe that everyone is looking at you with disapproval. 5.2. It is possible to predict the future with a crystal ball. The future is predicted either negatively or positively by you. If you're depressed, for example, you may convince yourself that things will never get better. 6. There are two types of magnification, magnifying and shrinking. It's your fault if you exaggerate or downplay the significance of certain events. Due to the fact that things appear much larger or smaller depending on which end of the binoculars you look through, this is also referred to as the binocular trick. 7. Emotional reasoning is a type of reasoning that is based on feelings and emotions rather than logic and reason. Because of how you feel, you make rational decisions. Due to the fact that your feelings are entirely derived from your thoughts rather than from external reality, this can be extremely misleading. Say, for example, that you are convinced you are an idiot due to the fact that you feel this way. 8. Statements that should be major shoulds, musts, and oughtos make your life a living hell. Guilt, shame, depression, and a sense of worthlessness are all feelings that come from self-directed behavior. Feelings of resentment and frustration toward others are triggered by other-directed shoulds. Feelings of rage and frustration toward the world are triggered by world-directed shoulds. 9. Labeling. You label yourself or others in such a way that you perceive your entire self, or someone else, to be completely defective or superior to the other person. In the case of a mistake, you may refer to yourself as a loser rather than simply admitting that you were wrong. 10. Blame. Instead of solving the problem or identifying the true causes of the problem, you look for fault in others or in yourself. It is possible to get this distortion in two different ways. 10.1. Self-blame. You beat up on yourself because you made a mistake, or you blame yourself for something for which you were not entirely responsible. It's possible for a lawyer to blame himself for losing a case when there is overwhelming evidence against the person who is being defended by the lawyer. 10.2. Other blame. You point the finger at others while failing to recognize your own role in the conflict. When it comes to should statements directed at other people or the world, other blame almost always goes hand in hand. When you write down your negative thoughts, it makes it much easier to see what you're telling yourself about your life and your relationships. A further advantage is that identifying the distortions in each negative thought becomes significantly easier. Reframing in a positive light. Positive thoughts and feelings, according to Dr. Burns, are not the result of something wrong with a person, but rather the result of something good about them. Many people are resistant to treatment because of this. Their negative thoughts and feelings can be beneficial and appropriate because they reflect their core values as human beings, which can be beneficial and appropriate. Take into consideration the following before making a change. What are some of the advantages or benefits of having a negative thought or feeling about something? Can you tell me how it could be of assistance to you? What is it about you and your core values that this negative thought or feeling reveals that is positive and wonderful? In one of his most significant discoveries, Dr. Burns discovered that your negative feelings almost always say something really good, even great, about you, and that they almost always help you in significant ways. Thank you for listening in Audiobook Academy. Please don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. See you in next audiobook.